Hey everyone, Matt Robertson here, digital marketing strategist for D2C e-commerce brands. And in this video, I want to show you a little trick for displaying different offers on your Shopify site, depending on where the traffic is coming from. Why might you want to do this? Well, maybe your customer acquisition cost varies depending on the channel, so you need to incentivize differently. Paid ads, for example, versus affiliate versus email. Or maybe you want to test different offers in your paid ads and you need your website to reflect the details of those different offers depending on which ad the person clicked on. The method I'm going to show you here uses query parameters to trigger 3 different Klaviyo Popup Forms. Query parameters are short text codes that are attached to the end of a URL, and you'll see what I mean by this in just a moment. Okay, we're going to use the brand Seed-to-Table as an example. And let's say they want to show 3 different offers depending on where the traffic is coming from. One offer for king salmon, one for halibut, and one for scallops. Now, first thing we're going to do is go to their shop page. We're going to grab the URL from here because we want to use their shop page URL, and you'll see why in just a minute. And we're going to paste that into this scratch pad that I have going, just so you all can follow along. Now, their shop link happens to already have some query parameters built into it. And this is because their shop page is managed by a subscription app that is adding a string of queries to the end of their URL for reasons that we're not going to go into here. But what we're looking at with this URL is essentially a string of query parameters which begin with a question mark, hence the word query, and then they're followed by any number of query parameters, each one separated by a ampersand, which is what you see here. So this is where our query string begins. We have one parameter here, and that parameter consists of a key, which is in this case selling plan, an equals sign, which separates the key from the value, and then the value, in this case, the string of numbers. Then we have the same pattern going on here. We have an ampersand separating the parameters. We have our key, in this case variant, an equals sign, and then our value. And then we have 2 more query parameters here at the end. You see those 2 ampersands, that's 2 separate queries. All we're going to end up doing here, you can ignore that all those different queries. We're just going to add our own query to the end of this. And in fact, if Seed-to-Table's shop page did not look like this, if it had a simpler format like this, we're going to essentially just tag on one query parameter at the end, and that's going to happen by adding our question mark followed by our query, which I'm about to show you. All right, so let's get rid of this URL because we're not using it. This isn't the actual URL. And what we're going to do now is add our own query parameter to the end of their shop link, which we're going to then use to target our Klaviyo forms. So first one we're going to add is for our king salmon offer. And since we already have our question mark up here, again, if we didn't have this question mark, we would need to add the question mark, but it's already there. And then we have this string of queries. We're going to add another ampersand. And then we're going to add our key and our value. And those can be anything. We can invent them out of thin air. And that's what I'm going to do here. We're going to say offer, and OFFR to abbreviate that, equals king salmon. Okay? I'm going to take that and copy it down the page for our other 2 offers. And we're going to do halibut and scallops. Sweet. Now we can jump over to Klaviyo and use our query parameters to target our pop-ups. Now I've already built out 3 forms, one for salmon, one for halibut, and one for scallops. Okay, these are simple forms, as you can see. They just have one step, and that step lays out the details for claiming the offer, the minimum, the code they should apply at checkout. But what happens if somebody closes out of this window and then they want to access the information again on how to claim the offer? That's why we have a teaser here. And what the teaser does is we show the teaser anytime the form is closed, and when they click on that, it opens up our steps again. So they have an easy way to access the details if they forget how to claim the offer. And what we're going to do now is go to our targeting and behavior for the king salmon offer. We're going to click into that. We're going to click up here into targeting. We're going to leave it to show to all visitors. And under URLs, we're going to select only show on certain URLs. And then we're going to grab this, our query string, go back to our form, and paste it in. And we're going to leave it at containing versus exactly matching. It should just be containing it. So now we're going to do that. We're going to publish that. And we're going to do that for the other two forms. For halibut, we're going to grab our halibut query parameter. Under targeting, only certain URLs containing that, publish. Then scallops. Amazing. Now, if we did everything right, when we go back to our website, let's go to the home page. And first off, notice that when we click on their shop page, nothing pops up, right? There's no Klaviyo pop-up form. If we go to this link, and let's just put it in a new browser tab, paste it in, hit enter, it pops up our king salmon offer. We close out of this. We see our little teaser button over there. We click on that, opens it back up. What happens if we paste in our halibut offer? Instead, it should show the halibut offer. And there it is. Lastly, scallops. Bingo. So now we can take these links and embed them into buttons in our various channels. For example, Seed at Table is listed in this article in Forbes. And if you notice, Seed at Table is advertising a halibut offer here. We could simply have Forbes embed our halibut link into this button here. And when the customer clicks that, it will take them to our shop page, and the details of the halibut offer will pop up in that Klaviyo form. And at the same time that the halibut offer is live for Forbes, we could promote the king salmon offer to our email list and the scallops offer to our meta ads audience, for example. We could add additional parameters to our link to actually add the discount code and the free product to the cart to make everything as frictionless as possible for the customer. But that's a separate topic for a separate video. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a like if you found it helpful, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below.